The leaves are starting to change color and September's coming to a close. It's time to get after a bull moose.
Buddy.
My name's Mitchell Payment. I started tagging along with my dad to go hunting basically since I learned to walk. I grew up living the outdoor lifestyle, learning from my dad and any hunting video I could get my hands on as a kid.
Caught a day with a big buck tonight.
Once I turned 12, the legal age to hunt, we started taking things more serious than ever.
This is our second attempt on getting a buck. Spawn stock mule deer.
Working hard and learning through experience to better our odds to fold our tags on the animals we were pursuing. It has helped us grow into who we are now. Welcome to Season 3 of Moment of Truth TV.
He's gonna go down. Look at the blood pumping. Yes! Here. Smoked him.
He's a dream buck. Look at that drop.
That was gorgeous!
Well, it's the morning of September 24th. We're getting ready to go in for our first moose hunt of the year with the stick and string. My dad took the week off just like last year. We're going to try to get it done again. We're probably going to be hunting moose all week and then throughout October because we do have time. But the rut's just kicking in. We've been seeing lots of bulls been hitting the ground and out and about. So we're going to be going in here today. We're going to do some calling. We're actually going to do quite a bit of bushwhacking. It almost seems like if we can get on them in the bush and even bump them out of their bed, they think we're another bull or a cow. So we're gonna get in there and hope for the best and hopefully have bloody killing sticks at the end of the day.
After walking and calling the whole property and not seeing a moose, we're gonna try our luck and see if we can have a deja vu moment in the property where we got my bull last year.
Well, it's September 25th. We're getting ready to go in for moose this morning. It's our second morning of our moose hunt and we're going into the spot where I killed my bull last year. We came here on a whim last year and it ended up working out. We called in a gorgeous bull and I just slipped a killing stick right behind the shoulder and he didn't go far, but I'm hoping there's more moose in here. While I was hunting for whitetails after, I seen a cow and a calf running around, so I know the cow and the calf live in here, and right now, this time of year, a bull should always be with them, so we're gonna go in there and hopefully we can call one in and get an arrow in them, so stay tuned.
With it being a small property, we started on the outskirts calling, then got the wind in our favor to go through the bush and hope to cross paths with a bull.
Well, we just spooked a cow and a calf. We were in the very back corner of this property in a slough bed, and they were only 30 yards away. They got up and ran. I'm assuming if there was a bull with them, being bull grunting the whole way in, he might have challenged us to a fight, but we're just gonna keep walking and hopefully come across a bull. We don't have that much more to walk, but this is where they jumped the fence and got out of Dodge. Hopefully they come back for a later day maybe, and there's a bull on them next time.
That evening, we decided to try one of our best whitetail spots and where I killed my first ever archery bull moose.
Good job, buddy.
First blood this year. Having good luck here in the past on a nice bull, we're hoping we can recreate that this evening. Unfortunately, we came up short this evening, but we have one of our whitetail spots left to try until we have to start exploring. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, RV City, Tacticam, iHunter app, Enforcer Ozone, Prime Archery, G5 Outdoors, K&R Tax Services, Killin' Sticks Arrows, 365 Archery, Sugar Creek Taxidermy, Revolution Armory, and Score Ammunition. This segment is brought to you by iHunter app. Know your rags, where you're hunting or plan to go, right on your mobile device.
Well, it's September 27th, our third morning of moose hunting. We're going to be going into one of our whitetail spots this morning. We've seen some great bulls in here in the past, including last year. There was a nice wide bull in here, and I was already tagged out. We were just hunting whitetails. But hopefully he's still around because, man, oh man, he's going to be a gorgeous bull this year. But we're going to head down there, do some calling. Last year I killed my bull on today. So it's a pretty good date, hopefully, and it stays lucky, and we can slip a kiln sticks into a nice bull moose. But we're gonna get down here and do some glassing and calling and hope for the best, so stay tuned.
Having the nice bull on trail camera from the previous year and knowing he's still in the area, we were hoping to get an opportunity to arrow him. After walking and calling the majority of our whitetail spots with no luck, it's time to head out to some crown land in the heart of moose country to see if that will give us a change in luck.
Well, it's September 27th, it's morning number 4 of our moose hunt. We're getting ready to go into some crown land. It's a bit of a long shot. There's some guy hunting grouse, I think only half mile away, so he's banging away like crazy, but we're gonna go in there, do some calling. It's super moosey in here, so you just never know. Let's get in there and see what happens.
After walking through the bush and letting out some call sequences, we came up to an opening. I let out some cow calls and I heard what sounded like something getting up out of its bed and walking in our direction. My heart began to beat faster and faster as I heard the leaves crunching getting closer. And there it was, the perfect meat bull revealing himself from the brush. After hunting hard for 4 days and bushwhacking 10K and finally seeing our first moose, as you can hear, my heart was racing. After having a stare down with this bull for what seemed like forever, I felt the wind switch and hit the back of my neck, which caused him to turn and run. After that bull spooked, we made our best attempt to get on him or another bull, but came up short. So we ended the day off in a spot that we had never hunted before.
Hopefully we can call one in. I think this is a pretty good spot. It's pretty moosey back here. We've never hunted it for moose before, but we're gonna go in and see what happens.
Coming up short in the new spot, but having our closest encounter of the season that morning, it keeps us hungry to keep going. This segment is brought to you by Enforcer Ozone, the most portable and versatile ozone generator on the market today. After hunting day after day and grinding it out on Crown land without seeing any other moose but plenty of hunters, it was time to try to get some permission on some private land.
Well, it's October 3rd, we're heading out for the morning moose hunt, and we're switching things up a bit. We've been hunting a lot of Crown land. It's super moosey, but there's just too many hunters and they get pressured and pushed out of there. So we went around yesterday and knocked on some doors and got some private permission. Not a ton, it's super tough, but we did manage to get some, and some good stuff. So we're gonna go in there today and hopefully the moose are less pressured and they're in there and we can call one in. It's looking to be a pretty nice morning. It is a bit breezy, unfortunately, so that's not going to be the best for calling, but we're going to get in there and hope for the best.
We kept grinding and getting permission on private land, walking and calling the whole properties without a sight of a moose, until we caught a break and got our best permission yet.
Well, it's October 7th and we're getting ready to go in for the morning to call some moose. And yesterday we were lucky enough to access some permission bordering where we killed my bull moose last year. We didn't think it was even possible, but we just went and asked and they were nice enough to let us go on. So we're just gonna cover the whole area now. We're not just restricted to a little bush, so we can do some walking and calling. We know there's some moose around. It's where we've seen the most sign out of all the other places. So fingers crossed a bull comes in and we can arrow one.
After that calling sequence, we heard a twig break. Giving it a bit of time, we started to progress in that direction. And sure enough, there was a cow and a calf with a bull right on them. We tried to close the distance between him and I, but unfortunately he wanted nothing to do with us as he was right on that cow. Unable to catch back up with him, we're just hoping that he stays in the area to get back on him on a later day.
Well, we just got out of walking that private permission and we went for a nice long walk and we ended up running into a bull moose. We got to an opening and we did some calling. We waited a good 10 minutes. We heard a stick break up about 80-100 yards. We weren't sure what it was, so we gave it some time and then we hitched forward, and sure enough there was a bull on a cow right in a slough bed and you could see his fresh scrapes, but we couldn't get him to engage. We tried doing some bull grunting to make him come in for a fight, but he just wanted nothing to do with it. He just followed the cow away and we weren't able to get back on him.
We got a good dump of snow overnight and decided to go back to the same property to see if we could get back on that bull moose. With the bull nowhere to be found, we had a pretty good lead going into tonight's sit to possibly arrow a moose.
Well, it's October 11th, we're getting ready to go to the tree stand for this evening's hunt. We're going to be hunting moose again, and my dad sat here 2 nights ago and the calf came out below this tree stand. So we're hoping if a calf comes out tonight, we're going to be happy to take her because we do want some moose meat. We've been hunting for 3 weeks hard, but we're just going to see. We're going to go up there and enjoy the evening. And there were some bull tracks right on what looked like a cow track. I'm guessing that's why that calf was by herself. So ideally a bull comes out tonight and we can slip an arrow in him. We're going to do some calling later in the evening, I think, if nothing's moving, and see how it goes. But we're just on our way. We're going to slip up there and see what happens.
Shortly after getting into the stand, a cow moose made an appearance, hoping she'd come our way, knowing a calf or a bull might not be too far.
Well, it's October 13th, we're getting ready to go in for a morning moose hunt. It's getting down to the wire. The moose are probably starting to settle down and the rut's probably dying off, but we're gonna give it one last try here and head into a property where we've seen a moose this year, and he was a nice bull and he was on a cow. But we're gonna go in there, do some calling. It might be a long shot, but hopefully we can get on him and get an arrow in him. With the snow, we should be able to see him. It's just whether they're there and we can get on them, but we're gonna head in there and see what happens. Well, we're following some fresh tracks. It's probably within the last... It just snowed and they're pretty fresh in the snow, so it looks like it's the bull and cow and calf. We're just gonna keep following and hopefully catch up to them.
Shortly after we started to follow the fresh tracks, we had a moose spotted. It was time to see if we could close the distance and get within shooting range.
I crushed her. I just absolutely crushed her at 66 yards. Right to the butt. I nipped the branch too on the way.
Mitchie, buddy.
I think we got one. I think we finally got her. Over 3 weeks of hard work. I'm not getting super excited yet, but it looked funny.
Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, RV City, Tacticam, iHunter app, Enforcer Ozone, Prime Archery, G5 Outdoors, K&R Tax Services, Killin' Sticks Arrows, 365 Archery, Sugar Creek Taxidermy, Revolution Armory, and Score Ammunition. This segment is brought to you by RV City for all your trailer repair, and camping needs. Located in Morinville and Nisku, Alberta.
I crushed her. I just absolutely crushed her at 66 yards. Well, it's almost been 2 hours. Just sitting here, we're starting to get cold, so we're gonna start itching forward. Reviewed the footage a million times. It's not the perfect shot, but it's behind the shoulder, and it should be all right. I don't think she'd take it too far, so we're gonna just itch our way forward, go real slow, glass ahead, look for blood, and see what it turns up. Well, there's been lots of blood so far. It stopped back there and there's a big pool. There's a bird. It's down right there. Oh my god. We waited 2 hours and the thing didn't go 100 yards.
Good shot, Mitch.
Unbelievable. She didn't go far at all. I can't believe we didn't hear her crash. Oh, it's a young bull too. That's perfect. A young calf bull. Exactly what we want.
Oh my god, yes.
After 3 weeks of hunting, we finally got one. Well, everyone, here he is. A beautiful young calf bull moose.
I'm on cloud 9. I am so stoked with this bull. We've been hunting so hard. We've been hunting over 3 weeks basically straight. Every day walking a good 7 kilometers, so over 100 kilometers in total, calling our butts off, and it just hadn't worked out. We've had some really close encounters, but we learned so much in moose hunting this year. This is the first year we took it real serious, and we had to put in a lot of time to get one, but it just worked out this morning. Came into this property where we just recently acquired permission, and we seen a bull in here last week, so we figured we'd come back. And I shot my bull moose last year on the neighboring property, so it's just a pretty moosey area. We came in here in the first 5 minutes, Dad spotted this. We were following fresh tracks, and Dad looked to the left and spotted this young bull, and we actually didn't really call him in. We kind of had to spot and stalk him. Luckily we were able to get to 66 yards and presented a broadside shot, and I stroked him with the Kiln 6 Micro LT. But overall it was a fantastic hunt. The prime strikes again, and those G5 dead meat broadheads are unbelievable. This bull didn't take it 80 yards, so we're gonna get him out of here. It's gonna be a fun time because he's not a fully mature moose, but he is still, I bet you, 400 or 500 pounds. So we're gonna be eating good this winter. My mom's gonna be super stoked. She's been bugging me to get a moose so we can fill the freezer. But overall, it's a great hunt. I want to thank my dad for getting some great footage, and yeah, I can't wait for next year already. It's gonna be awesome. Hopefully we can get another bull down on the ground. That's 3 years in a row we've got bulls, so we're gonna get after it. We've got a long day ahead of us, and the family's coming over this evening, so we might enjoy some fresh tenderloins.
Closed captioning is brought to you by RV City, located in Morinville and Nisku, Alberta. We're heading down south to hunt upland game birds, waterfowl, and my dad has an archery mule deer tag in his pocket.
Good shot.